Hey guys, it's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe, and I want to do a quick video talking about a movie I like, Chooch. Some people say this is one of the worst movies of all time. That's completely incorrect. I don't know where those reviews are coming from. There's mainly one online. Um, this was a movie that had a little bit of nostalgia for me, but I didn't really remember the film, and I couldn't find it anywhere. It's not streaming. The only way I found it was they had DVDs on eBay for about $6 or $7 with free shipping. So I finally caved and bought myself one from my wife to me for Christmas this year. So my little bit of nostalgia comes from the fact that I think Hollywood Video was open at the time, and my mother took me and rented me this. It was in, I think, the independent film section or whatever. And I was like, oh, this looks funny. And I brought it home and watched it. I didn't really remember it, but I have a kind of nostalgia that, and my mom brought me to the video store. She rented me this movie. I liked it, etc. It is a 2005 film. It's a primarily Italian cast that is based in a fictional bocce park, Queens. I think there is a real bocce park, but I don't know if that's in Queens. It's supposed to be like Corona. It is a film by Lucas, I think it's Limone, but he probably pronounces it it means lemon in Italian. And it's starring Carmine Famiglietti. Excuse me, I can never pronounce G's when they're in Italian names for some reason. So the movie is about this guy who Dino. It's played by Carmine, and he wants to become a baseball player for the Mets, and he's getting older. He's probably like close to 30. It's not going to happen. He's kind of got pipe dreams, and his cousin and him play. I think it's softball. I don't know if it's baseball. I think it's softball, and they're playing, softball, and Dino, excuse me, not his real name. Dino makes a play and screws up the game, and he's depressed, and he's like, I'm like a loser. I'm such a big chooch. Chooch is Italian American slang for like an idiot and a goofball, kind of like someone who's stupid. I've heard it many times over the years when I was younger. Not directed at me. I know the term. So he's really down on himself, and his cousin Jubileen, which I've never heard that name before, a man. They call him Jubes. He decides to bring Dino to Mexico on a vacation because he's been saving up for a trip. So there's the whole, overbearing Italian family, not looking for them to leave. Everything is very stereotypical, which I like. I'm a big fan of stereotypical humor. Sometimes when the Italian stuff is over the top, it hits a little too close to home, and I'm like, ugh, God, this is getting annoying. But I digress. Usually I like stereotypical humor. So they rent a $20 car to take them to LaGuardia or JFK, I forget, and they get in a limo by mistake, and the limo has money in it, and they take the money, and unbeknownst to them, in this bag is they pretty much smuggled money across the border to Mexico. They get there, and they're pretty much found out quickly, and they're captured by like a Mexican, I think it's a cartel, but it could be like military. I'm not really sure if it's police or whatever, and they get arrested. I guess it's police. And now the kind of everything bad that can happen happens, but our lovable goofball Dino just always works out of the situation no matter what. The characters are really goofy, over the top. As I said, stereotypical Italians. It's a silly, fun little movie, and you have to kind of push aside realism in certain ways, but I enjoyed it. It's he kind of always ends up on top, so no matter what, Dino, something good happens for Dino. He has this little, I think it's like a wiener dog. Is it a dachshund or whatever? He ends up in Mexico with him at one point, and he attacks someone. So it's just silly, and that's about really all I wanted to say about it. There's nothing laugh out loud, but there was definitely scenes that gave me a chuckle that I thought were kind of cute little notes that the film hit. The movie also has a weird stigma around it because there was some kind of investment in the film made by someone who did a New York State pension fund scandal, where they took money from the pension fund, I guess, and were using it to, I don't know, fund things or do things they shouldn't. I'm not exactly sure. They called it a pay-to-play New York State pension fund scandal, and this movie was wrapped up in that. So, for what it's worth, whatever the hell that means. Yeah. Is it like one of my favorite movies? No, but I would give it a good 6 or 7 out of 10. I enjoy it. You'll get more out of it if you're Italian American. It's got some silly humor. You probably have uncles and aunts and people in your family that remind you of these people. So there's that. Let me know, guys, if you've seen Chooch. And if you do see it, I want to hear your input. Thanks, guys, for watching. It's Vampire Mike from Sega CD Universe. Be good.